everyone. This is Julian Hagen from Washington Island, a lifelong resident of Washington Island. I'm a local musician and a businessman here, and we are all very concerned, of course, about how to survive this current coronavirus crisis that is going on. Today, I have Hoyt Purinton with me, president of the Washington Island Ferry Line, and this is in the first of a series of island reports from the Washington Island Observer and the Chamber of Commerce. We'll try to give you a glimpse of the island's state of mind and how some current island news about the people and businesses of this beautiful place influences. Hi, Hoyt. Welcome. How are you?
Good.
Are you holding up under all the pressure of what's going on here?
So far, so good. You know, as I think we're all settling into the new normal and taking one step, one day, 1 week at a time here.
How has the coronavirus crisis affected the operation of the ferry line?
Obviously, immediate effects are getting up to speed as quickly as possible on CDC guidelines for employees, customers, public that use our vessels, interactions on board, shore, and then our facilities. Those immediate impacts for protection of all, and I think it's something that all of society is settling into what our personal responsibilities are first.
So if people need to come to the island, business or some kind of emergency, what could they expect when they arrive at the dock on the mainland and then buy their ticket, get on the boat?
In light of social distancing measures and ways that we can make our interactions with the public safer for those all around, our interactions with the public and transacting, done at arm's length with strong cleaning protocols put in place at our ticket booths. We try to do things as touchless as possible. We've done away with things requiring signatures and things like that, things that reduce interaction. We do ask that folks stay in their vehicles throughout the trip, recognize that they might need to get out, stretch their legs, and maintain social distancing there, where our walk-on traffic is virtually non-existent. We can't lock out our cabins because they remain safe refuges in case of marine emergency. So the trip is relatively short, and as the weather gets better, standing outside might be an issue. I would probably hazard a guess, Julian, when you came to the island yesterday, you might have been only one or two vehicles aboard. But
I think I was the only one. I felt very privileged, actually.
there aren't a whole lot of people moving around on the island. Very few people coming to and from the island these days. You can virtually fit all of our traffic in one day on one round trip with plenty of room to spare. I mean, that is a very good thing from doing your job to stay put perspective. But we're crossing our fingers that we all do what it takes to get to the other side on this whole thing. You don't pass a lot of people on the roads these days, but there's folks that are proficient waivers that might be a little bit more reserved, and that I feel bad for them. There's some fear, and it's completely natural. Everybody has it. I would hope coming out of this that if you can reserve a little bit of spontaneity there or whatever else, keep the wave up. Man, that's a sign of
the island wave. Well, as you know, we certainly are being told about the social distancing, but we don't want to lose contact with each other.
No.
Thank God for telephones and what we're doing right now. So people have to remember still to reach out to people. And again, the ferry line I'm not envious of your job, and I'm grateful for how you go about it. I know when I drove on the boat yesterday, Eric Foss gave me the same beans he always gives me. It's good to have some of that going on. We can't just hunker down and forget everybody else. So, you're doing personally okay? Your family, everybody is well within your family?
Yeah, healthy wise. I mean, number one, I think selfishly, everyone pulls back and tries to establish that base again. Relearn what it is, that how we go and we interact, and then you go out to that next step. Are the people that depend on me okay? And then you build that base. You might reset that a couple times, but once you get that, step out the door in the morning, then you have that that energy to keep moving the ball forward. Transportation service needs to happen to and from Washington Island. So we pull it back to those basics and then work out from there. All right. So, service guaranteed, up to time XYZ, and then let's look beyond through next winter.
Hmm.
Pretend that somehow this whole situation will be over in a month or 2 months, or we'll be back to 2019 2.0. We have options. We have time. We have a lot of people in our corner, but everyone, every business owner on the island is going through this. Every business owner in Wisconsin and the United States and really worldwide is going through the same situations here. So,
Well, last question for you. It's the Fairyland Birthday you mentioned earlier. I mean, this is a heck of a way to start the birthday process here a little bit. So I'm sure it'll end with fireworks, but what can you tell us about just a quick snippet about the history and, future and goals? I know you have a new boat being built right now.
Boat is still in the works. And, even prior to all this, we, built out how that would happen in a very conservative manner with, the majority of any real meaningful obligations that have been met so far falling into later part of 2021. We have it's not to say it's not a concern, and we'll deal with those things individually as time goes on. There's a small chance that that might be a useful asset if we're running one boat on a limited amount of trips. It's fully within our right to do that as efficiently as possible. But yeah, so in April 1940, Carl and Arnie Richter, my great grandfather and grandfather, bought the existing ferry line. Obviously, we didn't start Washington Island Ferry Line. There's one that existed prior to the handoff of office keys and operations happened at some point in April there, and it's been in the Richter family ever
Cool.
since. So yeah, no, the 1940, I'd have to guess there was some, and quite honestly, they were looking to build a boat at that time and had to wait till 1945. World War II ended and steel became available domestically. But they built the Griffin in Kewaunee, and then starting in 1950 and on, every boat built in Sturgeon Bay. But yeah, sort of a little different, but quite honestly, likely just as uncertain at times. 1940.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Hoyt, for being a part of this. This is the first segment of Island Reports from the Washington Island Observer and the Chamber of Commerce. Thanks again, folks, for watching. See you soon, I hope. Stay safe and well.